I guess this is gonna be part 3. I'm gonna do it like this today. Do it like this. I like this little spot. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders, a great millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. All right. No, this one's gonna be called pretty much the fear of the Lord, man. I'm gonna see where it takes me. It might not be called the fear of the Lord, but that's what we need to be doing. We need to be fearing the Lord. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. See, we living in a time when, hey, the Lord is making Inquisition. You know, like in my first video I did. Matter of fact, let's go into that real quick. I already did the video, but I talked about that. Let me get to that word Inquisition real quick. Right? And also Jeremiah 17, right? Inquisition. Yeah. This is 2nd Edge 6. And I'll start here at 18. And it reads, Second Edge 6 and 18, and it said, behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth. See, that's what's happening right now. The Lord is beginning to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth. And I will begin to make inquisition of them. That's right. So the Lord is beginning to make inquisition. Let me go to that word inquisition real quick and eat them online. Bear with me. Inquisition. Inquisition, it says judicial investigation, act or process of inquiring. Like you read in the book of Genesis, whenever the Lord had to step down in Sodom and Gomorrah. He said to see if the cry of it's altogether what he's been hearing from the angels. So you see the chariots have entered into the house of the thief in these days. The angels have entered it. So they're here and they're going to remain in the house, right? According to the book of Zechariah. I think it's the chapter. Let me go to that real quick to make sure I don't butcher it. So the Lord is making inquisition, right? Let's go to Zechariah real quick. Let's just pull it real quick. Because that's why you're seeing all the chariots. So-called UFOs. That's why you're seeing all types of, you got drones up there, but you also got the chariots. You see the chariots all the time. Right? This is the book of Zechariah 5. And I'll start here at 1. Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. So just think of this. Back in those days, Zechariah, he seen a flying roll. Okay? There wasn't no planes in the air those days. And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll, a chariot, a so-called UFO that you would call it a UFO these days. It says, and I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits. Okay, so it's pretty big, man. All right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna see what Google. No, I don't want to go into that right now. But we're gonna go. Let me see. Zechariah 5 and 2. I'm gonna ask Google. According to Zechariah chapter 5 verses 2, how big was the flying roll?
According to Zechariah chapter 5 verse 2, the flying scroll was 20 cubits long and 10 cubits wide. Using the common conversion of 1 cubit being approximately 18 inches, 45 centimeters, This would make the scroll roughly 30 feet, about 9 meters long, and 15 feet, about 4.5 meters wide.
See? 30 feet by 15 feet. So he's seen a chariot of the Lord, okay, in the air. Okay, you go back to the book of Ezekiel, man. All right, the so-called UFOs are always talked about in the scriptures, man. Okay, the Lord drives, the angels are in those things, man. All right, and they're not little green alien people, man. All right. It says, and he answered me, it says, verse 3, Zechariah 5:3. Then he said unto me, this is the curse that goeth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off on that side according to it. And I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name. And it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof, and the stones thereof. So it's remained. It's always been here. The chariots has always been here. It says it's going to remain in the midst of his house. Who's his house? Esau, Edom, so-called white man. It's watching you devils. It's watching you eat. You Israelites too. 2/3 going to be cut off and die. Okay, but the chariots are here. The chariots are here to stay. So going back to that word Inquisition. So the Lord is making Inquisition. How? Through the angels. They're stepping down here. You're seeing the chariots everywhere. And they're watching you. They're looking at you. They're cloaking themselves. There's probably a few of them right here, right now. You wouldn't even notice. Right? It says Inquisition. Inquisition. Judicial investigation, act or process of inquiry, investigation, right? A searching into, a seeking. See? That's what the Lord is doing. That's what Yahweh Shem Yahushai is doing on the earth, man. He's making Inquisition. Okay, so going back to 2nd Esdras 6 and 19, and will begin to make Inquisition of them. So the Lord is beginning to make Inquisition in these last days. Let me read it again. 2nd Esdras 6 and 18. And it said, behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh, and to visit them that dwell upon the earth. That's what the Lord said, right? And will begin to make Inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly. The scriptures tell you in the 2nd Esdras 15. Let's skip over to that real quick. Let's go back. Going through the spirit now. To Wadi Abba Shemel Shai. 2nd Esdras 15 and 8. I'll start at 7. I'll start at 5. It says, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. Why is the Lord bringing plagues? Because he see how wicked this place is, man. You devils got his children in your hands still. The controversy of Zion, and you're pushing all types of wickedness on them, man. Totally, Psalms chapter 2 in them. What does that say? Cut their cords. Psalms chapter 2 says, damn it, I don't want to get it. I'll have to. But I got to remember the process of these scriptures. Let me grab Psalms chapter 2 real quick. Psalms. Let's grab it. Through the Spirit of the Lord. Yeah. Psalms chapter 2 and 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? These heathen are raging. They're imagining a vain thing like that MOTB. Like nanoparticles. They're putting chips inside of the air, I heard. Called stardust. I put a video up about it. Little bitty microchips that you're eating through your food and everything. You inhaling it. See, Esau, Edom has accomplished a diligent search. They willing to take out everybody to take out the elect. But they ain't going to get to the elect, man. This is verse 2. It says, the kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord Yahweh and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. That's what they've been trying to do, man, with this covering cast over all nations. That's what they've been trying to do. They accomplish a diligent search. They know what ticks the Lord off, and they do everything according to that. They want to tick off the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. They want to kill off his people. So it says, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from them. So our bands and our cords are connected to the true vine. And it was at one point, we was connected to the Lord. Okay, but there's been a falling away, right? Like 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3, then shall that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, man. Okay? Because these crackers been cut your cords away, and everybody's laughing. The heathen are laughing. All the heathens are laughing. They know who you are, but you don't know who you are. They're all having a good old time seeing you suffer, okay? Because they cut your cords, they cut your bands. You're no longer connected to the true power. Who your power is, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. They happy. They happy. What's the scripture say? Dang it, I gotta remember these scriptures. This is Ezekiel 32. No, Ezekiel 26. Ezekiel 36 and 2. And it says, thus saith the Lord power, because the enemy, thus saith the Lord power, Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, because the enemy, who's the enemy? According to Psalms chapter 83, first enemy is Esau, Edom, right? Because the enemy have said against you, aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession. That's right. They took over our land, right? Even the ancient high places are ours in possession. So they over there in our land called Israel, and they're not the true Israelites. They're not the real Jews. And they know that ish means pertaining to. Jew-ish, ish means pertaining to, man. Meaning you're not the real people, man. Thus saith the Lord power, because the enemy has said against you, aha. Let me read it in NLT. This is what the sovereign Lord says. Your enemies has taunted you, saying, aha, so they're laughing. Now the ancient heights belong to us. Therefore, son of man, give the mountains of Israel this message from the sovereign Lord, Yahweh. Your enemies have attacked you from all directions, making you the property of many nations and the object of much mocking and slander. That's right, man. See, they know who we are. We've been attacked by all of these damn devils on all sides. Even today, you go to the market, you know, the little market down the street or whatever, you know what I'm saying, to grab you a drink or whatever. Okay, with the Indians or whatever, you know, because those dot-head Indians own all of them because of they had a contract with the government, whatever, from over there, wherever they from, for the oil, for the gas or whatever. But you know that shit going out anyway. Hey, the Lord gonna destroy this place. But the point is, you know, they mocked at us. They mock us by selling us hot flaming chips, by selling us pork all the time. Right there in your neighborhood, by selling you wigs and weaves and shit, man. By poisoning your food, by putting pork in shampoo, by promoting things to you that are cheaper, but they have abominations in them. They know that you're going against your power, man. They know that the more you kill each other off and selling dope to each other, and the more you homeless and everything, they're sitting back having a good old time. They're laughing. But the Lord is going to destroy their plans, man. Okay, because they also think that they're going to put that MOTB inside of us, man. They got people up under such a covering cast that people are running to the image of the beast without even meaning to, without even knowing, because they're totally separated from their power, according to Psalms chapter 2. Talking about you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Our people, man. All right? You separated from your power. So going back to the scripture, because I was in 15, right? 2nd Esdras 15, verses 5. No, I'll start at verse 7. It says, therefore saith the Lord, verse 6, Slakia. 2nd Esdras 15 and 6, for wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Okay, because the Lord has made Inquisition, okay, and a nation's iniquity has to stack up, okay, before the Lord, he has that certain time. That's why no man knoweth the time when he's going to come, because the nation's iniquity has to stack up, and then he's going to visit, man. And the Lord said he was going to sweep this place with the abysm of destruction. How about that, man? Everything you see just disintegrated, man, and all ashes, man. I seen it in a dream. I had dreams of so much power, like a damn Super Saiyan, man, like power that you just unleashes you. Yeah, ba shimmy, how a shot, boom, and everything around you, hundreds of thousands of people, just woo, just gone, nothing but ashes, man. All right, I think I was running from some people. We was on the run, man. It was in those days. I was on the run from house to house, concentration camps, FEMA trucks trying to pick you up. No, ain't nobody got, it's marauders out there, all types of shit, man. We didn't have dreams about those things. Dreams of taking flight. We know the Lord about to come, man. It's got to be real soon. Behold, saith the Lord, I will hold my Slakia. 2nd Esdras 15 and 8. I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me. Going back to the scripture that I was reading. All right, in 2nd Esdras 5, right? The innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me. It was actually 6. And the souls of the just complain continually. How are we complaining? Through these epistles? Through praying to the Lord? Constantly going to the Lord like, Lord, how long, Lord? When are you going to save us out of this place? It says, and therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. That's right. So the Lord is going to avenge us speedily, man. Okay, because these devils got it in their mind that they're going to take us over. They're going to put us into slavery again. They're going to make America great again, right? By putting your ass into slavery, digital slavery, by putting that MOTB spoken about in Revelation chapter 13, all right, inside of your body. Okay, this is why they got Bill Gates and Elon Musk and all these other people coming up with these plans in the background, man. This is why. The New World Order, the Great Reset, okay? They're going to, the dollar, all your 401ks and shit is about to be trash. All right? Even gold and silver is the only real currency. But in that day, what is your gold going to do for you? The gold is the Lord's. That ain't your gold. That's the Lord's gold. We're going to be the ones going to gather it up from these nations here in a minute. Okay? That's the Lord's gold. Everything is the Lord's. Okay? We got to have faith. That's what we going to have. Hey, this money ain't going to do nothing for you. Your current situation at your job ain't going to do nothing for you. The only thing going to do something for you is having faith in the Lord. You have by Shemi Shot. See? That's a sign. Your money ain't going to do nothing for you. Hey, Lord, hey, you see what I'm saying? Ain't nothing going to do nothing for you, man. So going back to 5 or 6, 2nd Esdras 6, and I'll close it out. And I want to read that again. Verse 19, it says, and I will begin to make inquisition of them that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness. So we read it in 2nd Esdras chapter 15. The souls of the just complain continually. And that's what we're doing. We're constantly crying out to the Lord, man. We hate this place. We ready to go home, man. We're tired of working. We're tired of everything. We just want to go home, man. We just want to go home. And when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled. That's right. So we're living in those days when our affliction is going to be fulfilled, man. And the Lord's going to turn our joy, our this darkness into joy, man. All right. The Lord's going to turn it all around for his people, man. All right. That's what we're looking forward to, man. Okay. And what I have before that? I think I was reading one more before that, but I forgot where it was. That's pretty much it, man. Through the Spirit, all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash. Hopefully this message was edifying. Like I say, Shalom.